one more set before top 4, you're right. Mounir versus Bokonko. Mounir on the Undertaker, Bokonko on the Boat Bar, and Mounir getting off to a good start with the hammer. Going over to Demon Island. Classic map. Sword, D-Light, ground pound coming in from Bokonko. I've been watching him today. He's been playing good. I like
Bokonko been doing really well. He doesn't have the statistics to back him up. Bokonko is PR 18 in Europe. He only has 600 bucks to his name. And he has 8 top 32s and unfortunately no top 8s. So this is probably one of his best performances ever. And he's already taken a stock of Mounir and taking the lead in game 1. Whereas Mounir, statistically, he's very much favored to win this. He's PR number 2. He is 5-1 in sets, according to Pro Stats. 14 to 6 in games. So I'm kind of excited if this is gonna be Bokonko just making a really strong breakout performance, or Mounir just being one of the most dominant players in Europe and continuing that dominance in the set.
Yeah, definitely. The last time I watched Mounir before this was at the Royale, which I believe he got 3rd, and he played really good. And so that was the last time I watched him, so I have high expectations for him.
Yeah, same. I remember Mounir getting either top 3 or top 4. I don't remember the exact placement, but he brought it back from a really low position in the bracket, making it really far and taking names that we wouldn't really have expected him to take. But that was on a different character. He mainly did it on the Tesca. So I'm wondering, does he have that same performance and just the same skill on this Undertaker? We did see that a beta earlier, and the backstage I was hyping up his orb and gameplay a lot. But I am unsure about that hammer mirror match against Bokonko, because we saw a lot of stuff Bokonko doing that is really reminiscent of the old Swada and Simple era. Oh, double D-Light into Sair.
Can kill him here, hits a recovery, and that's gonna be it. Mounir takes game 1 fairly convincingly. 1-0 lead.
That is a really strong start. I think Bokonko definitely still has a shot. It is not like he made a lot of mistakes that got exploited. It's just getting outplayed and interactions that favor damage more for Mounir. So it was indeed very dominant, but it's not so dominant where I don't think Bokonko is completely out of this. He definitely has still a few games to adapt.
Yeah. Definitely. Going into game 2 though, they changing the map. Going to Small World's End. Mounir changing the drip from white to black.
Oh, wake up stomp?
Off to a good start with the hammer. Getting an early lead in damage.
Oh, D-Light into side-sig! Okay.
Boat Bar genius. D-Light recovery.
That already KOs. That is
lead.
a really strong opening for Bokonko.
Yeah, and he's continuing with the sword. He's trying to build the lead. Finds another Sair. Just playing, I feel like he's playing so smart with this sword. He's taking what he can get. Mounir though, trying to bring it back. Finds the D-Light Sair. Goes out there for the side sig. Doesn't find it though.
Oh, Mounir didn't have the damage to get, the recovery into Nair to take the KO off the top, and Bokonko fighting back, sword still in hand. Hammer interrupts, but Mounir is now unarmed. Ooh, haymaker coming through as Bokonko takes up the weapon. Now Mounir trying to weapon starve. Takes the hammer away from Bokonko, but Bokonko still has a pretty significant damage lead. D-Light into gravity cancel. Neutral heavy does not KO Mounir just yet. And now Mounir trying to build up damage. There, misses. And the recovery from Bokonko going through. That is already Mounir on last stock in less than 1 minute 30. This is a match that is going insanely fast.
Definitely. Bokonko just bouncing back. Mounir finding a big orb string there. Getting Bokonko into the orange. Bokonko fighting back. D-Light Sair. Both these players, like, definitely not playing slow at all. They're going for it, I feel like. Definitely going for everything.
Oh, Mounir almost cooking.
Find the Mafia. There's the GC D-Light Sair though. That is gonna do it. He's gonna even the stocks without taking too much damage. Definitely still winnable for Mounir on this last stock.
Yeah, for how big of an opening Bokonko had and how much of an advantage he had, I think Mounir is doing a really good job of keeping it close. But why did I say that? Bokonko now putting him in red. He doesn't have the options. That was almost a JV2 coming out from Bokonko. This is gonna be a really tight and exciting set. Dropping the orb coming out from Mounir.
Interesting, yeah. Going over to the Taros. Maybe he wasn't liking the orb. Wants to play some Max. I've seen his Taros before. It's good. I have faith in it.
Has terrorized EU a lot of times, both in ranked and in tournaments. I just don't know how much practice he has on that axe, because I remember seeing the Taros being picked during the Royale, and then him swapping to that Tesca, on which he performed so well. So I want to give it a shot. Like, I'm just gonna see what happens on this Taros. Maybe it's the pick, maybe it's not. Gotta go strong.
Looking good so far with the hammer. He like ground pound into the recovery. That just does so much damage. Almost evened it up right there. Mounir fighting back though, and to your point, I mean, I've seen his Taros before, and I've seen it do good in past EU brackets. Finds a Delight there, gets an early stock, goes for the axe, finding the end lights. I just have faith in this, to be honest.
Yeah, like I'm starting to lock it more and more, but he's already thrown away the axe, which is the main weapon that I kind of want to see, because we saw from that Undertaker already, we know that he has a hammer. We know that he can go toe to toe with Bokonko in that hammer mirror match. But his next weapon on the cycle is the axe, and I'm wondering how is he gonna play that out? Is that the weapon that he wants in this situation, or would another hammer legend be better here?
There, into the ground pound, into the cider, into the weapon throw, just perfect. Perfect axe off stage, finds a stock early, gives himself the lead, and trying to weapon starve here, trying to extend the lead. It's always the goal when you have the stock lead. Still weapon starving, just keeping Bokonko unarmed, looking helpless. Another end light, another weapon starve. Stop, Nair. Mounir is in control, like completely right now. At least it feels that way.
He's just doing so much damage per interaction. Yeah, getting the punish, that's a Nair. Bokonko basically in red. That is the Sar. Does it not quite KO weapon throw coming through? And yeah, Bokonko just gives up there. That's a 2-stock.
Yeah, just Mounir just felt so in control there. Once he got his weapon starve going, he started finding his punishes. Like, he just got in the zone. And yeah, got that 2-stock. Gives him a 2-1 lead.
Managed to keep Bokonko in disadvantage so much. Starving the weapons, winning off neutral interactions, and getting the wake-ups and just punishing drafty cancels and misses coming out from Bokonko. He just dealt so much damage, which won them the game, having 2 stocks left to play with. And now Bokonko needs to win the next game and the one after that in order to stay in the tournament and advance to top 4. He's on his last legs right now.
Yeah. Indeed.
Starting off strong, Nair trying to come through, and light. Mounir, yeah, to find a hit. They're coming through. Mounir approaching the red area of damage. That's a weapon throw. First hit coming through. Side light. Grab the cancel D-light into side light. Jump Sar read. Bokonko going over Mounir. That's a Nair coming through. Bokonko switching to the hammer, going for the mirror. Gets the D-light into Sar. Mounir off stage, gets hit by the weapon. Does he make that back? Avoids the GC and light. Mounir is just getting tossed around this match.
Yeah, there's points in the game where Bokonko on the sword just looks really good. Points in the set. It's just a matter of can he keep it throughout the whole game. That dare into the jump read, finds the recovery, is gonna kill really early. That's the strength of Taros right there. That force is what made that kill. Now finding the sideline there, gets to extend his lead a little bit. Mounir just finding that KO, taking advantage of it, but not too much though. Bokonko finds the Delight there, evens it up. Goes back to the sword, his trusty sword that's been working.
Mounir just really needed that X KO or X recovery to KO early there. Doesn't matter that Bokonko had like probably 50 more damage build up. It doesn't matter if you can't confirm the KO early. And now Mounir trying to keep it even, but Bokonko going ham on that sword like you mentioned. He's just doing so well in sort of part of the set, including this one. Mounir avoids the weapon throw. Takes it back. Bokonko doesn't get it there over the ledge. But weapon starves Mounir. Mounir now trying to avoid any NL KO options, recovery, Sairs, anything. But the D-Light into Sair catches him.
Does catch him. That sword is just, like I said, it seems to be working. Finds a stock, finds another end light. Playing sword into axe, like if you can play it right and find the punishes, definitely can work. And Bokonko is showing that right now. Finds another Sair, finds a D-Light into the recovery. Great pickup there. That was actually really good. Finding a Nair, extending the lead. Mounir is struggling to find this kill, honestly. Finally finds it so deep into the red. Finds the D-Light Sair. Which weapon is he going to go with? He's going to stick with the hammer. Going to try to play hammer here. Try and pick it back. Finding some strings. That's a lot of damage.
Double side He wanted this to be over. He is smelling blood right now.
It's coming down to the wire.
They're coming to Mounir lapping in damage. Second there does not KO, but Bokonko and Mounir, sword and hammer respectively in hand. Both comfort weapons, hammer mirror match coming through. First person to whiff a stomp is getting knocked out of the map.
Oh my god, on a recovery, picks up the axe. Sword Sair. Look at Mounir. Oh, goes for the ground pound. It whiffs, but Mounir misses the punish. Bokonko finds a sword there. And that's going to bring it to game 5, right?
That's game 5, Maggie. That's... Wow. These players are so much closer in an actual game than their stat page on Pro Stats will make you believe.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes someone just finds something that works in a certain matchup. And I think Bokonko has found that with this sword against Mounir here. But we'll see. Mounir swapping to the Bode bar for game 5.
They know each other. Probably. They're both Dutch. So I think they might have just said we're going to honor the mirror match and finish it off in style in game 5. And I respect it. I absolutely respect it.
I do like watching Bar mirror match. This is like you said, like honorable, but we'll see how it plays out. The sword Ditto coming in. Bokonko getting the edge so far, finding this edge guard, finding the end lights, finding the Sairs. Mounir fighting back though. Another down there. Ooh. This true sword action. D-Light Sair. Another D-Light Sair from Mounir. That was a good pickup.
I am surprised.
That D-Light so.
Is it just me or did that KO really early?
Yeah, the 7
really
strength on Bobar.
The side of the stage in order to get himself closer to the wall and make it KO early. Like from center stage, that definitely would not have KO'd. Really nice play from Mounir. Trying to win the hammer mirror match, but landing there, coming right there. Going for the weapon starve, and of course he's holding that sword. Like everyone has a sword, as always said, because it's one of the easier weapons to pick up in the game, but not everyone has a sword like Bokonko. He's a sword master right here.
Yeah. Stocks perfectly even. Bokonko finding a dare. Missing that Sair, getting punished with the sword sidelight. Mounir looking like he's trying to swap to the hammer. Bokonko weapon starving him though. This game is just so even. Finds a D-Light, doesn't go for the Sair. Interesting.
I was getting cheeky with that recovery. If that dodge hit, that would be recovery into Sair, recovery into Nair. A lot of damage. Bokonko gets punished for that gravity cancel D-Light on the sword. Mounir getting a sword of their own in hand. Practically even in damage. This could go any other way, but the momentum swing is going in favor of Mounir right now. Getting the knockout, even though he didn't need to go out there, as Bokonko did not have options there. He wants to hold on to this second stock and try to build up as much damage and as much extra credit as a lot of casters
D-Light
say.
ground pound, dare recovery, another D-Light ground pound. Just so much damage. You know, some people tell you that you can't get anything when people burn their dodge and you have sword, but when you're showing, he knows how to do it. Bokonko deep into the orange now. This D-Light Sair is not going to quite KO, but the weapon throw will. And that's going to be Mounir taking game 5 to win the set.